Is he jealous with northern Uganda? Let him tell us. We have never been hearing him. If he's jealous, let him come openly to tell us he's jealous of northern Uganda. And he doesn't want development in northern Uganda. I've never seen this kind of leader of opposition in this parliament who really defies everything. He wants to oppose everything, even a small thing, which common sense can teach him to even get an answer. Does he have common sense?
And you know, there's a saying that when two elephants fight, the grass suffers. This, to me, seems to be a war of conflict of egos and personal interests. If within the opposition government there are issues within the opposition leadership, I pray that in the best interest of this country, they need to sit down and reconcile on their differences in order not to put Uganda as a country on ransom. But also if there are issues between the opposition and the government in power, I think fighting these issues have their spaces. I would like to strongly recommend that we take these battles to the political spaces, and 2026 is not far. And I think the kind of gimmicks we play, the Ugandans are looking at us and seeing on to whom should we entrust government business to. Because government business is not done in an amateurish way. Government business is not the national theater. It is statocracy. Requires knowledge, skills, competencies, diplomacy, and an art of managing public affairs. And finally, as the third or fourth estate, you shape information, you shape opinions, and you can shape public policy and conversations. I also pray to you that in directing public discourse and dialogue and information access, you balance the boat.
I received that news painfully too, and I imagined that it is not right for someone to oppose everything. The affinity for relevance shouldn't make us fail to think objectively. At least it should allow this sitting to go on. If there is need to save, then you can save from the sittings from the next regions. Yes, the next regions that are near Kampala. For all these years we've been sitting in Kampala, we've been receiving delegations from institutions, from schools, from where, because of the proximity to where the parliament sits. There is no way our people can even access their parliament. So this gesture that Parliamentary Commission decided to take the parliament to the people of Northern Uganda is a good one. A right-thinking leader of opposition should have supported it. The question of expenditure, saving costs, it is wrong for him to even imagine it. Actually, it is blackmail to you, the voters, that the leader of opposition is interested in saving costs. Even if he talks about 20 billion, that money would actually be spent even if it is sitting here. If he talks about 20 billion against a 72 trillion budget, which he is aware of, why can't he examine the budget and look for where money can be saved? The question of saving costs should not even arise. The question of pretending to be ignorant that he was not served, looking for relevance from everything is not right. I want to challenge you, Ugandans. It is true that Uganda is big. Uganda is not just Kampala. You are aware of it. If the rest of Uganda now say, okay, let's boycott everything and we leave Kampala to be, or we leave another, it is wrong for our country. We don't want to divide this country. Let politics not be a reason for doing that. It is a good thing for this parliament to have a sitting in northern Uganda. Then you can save costs from other areas. We can tell you where to save costs from, if the leader of opposition is interested in cost saving.
So if there is a deliberate plan to frustrate anything to do with northern Uganda, it's understandable. But if there is no ill intention, then the leader of the opposition should, one, sit with his colleagues, the leadership of parliament, because it's part of the leadership. He should sit with them and sort that. Number two, he needs to, because he's leader of opposition and there are opposition members from northern Uganda, but also from the different regions. Has he had the time to sit with those elites from the different regions to hear their opinion? He has not. Honorable Okot is from northern Uganda. Honorable Akol is from northern Uganda. Has he had time to sit and dialogue with them and get to understand what is going on? He has not. And that is leadership. He should do it. Not just hold a press conference and issue your own opinion. Who do you then lead?
It is disappointing. I didn't receive that news in any way. It is not good news at all. The leader of opposition, who is supposed to speak for everyone in this country, for everyone, including those ones in northern Uganda, can reason like this. Is he feeling uncomfortable with his cabinet that their comfort in Kampala is going to be destabilized for 3 days? Can't we manage the discomfort for 3 days and we take the parliament to the people of northern Uganda, then we come back and then we will cancel. We can cancel the one for western Uganda if that one is one you don't want. We can cancel the one for Masaka, since Masaka is near Kampala, so that you feel it. We can cancel the one in Mbale because it's a few kilometers to Kampala, but this one in Gulu must happen, or else we will see what happens to this country, which we say is ours for all of us. It's not a country for Kampala only.